Hello and welcome to the channel. See, we called ourselves Doncaster Ghost Hunters because we were going to do ghost hunting, but from, as you can see in most of our videos, nothing's ever happened. So I thought I'd make an effort to go one step further. I thought if anything's going to happen, it's going to be in an haunted location when you're on your own at night, and you've got to stay there all night. So here we are. See, we've got camping gear. Bruce has come with me, and we're going to be stopping here for the night. We're actually in between Doncaster and Barnsley. We're at Wombwell Wood. It's called the Convicts Tunnel. It's they call it that because it's more of a bridge, to be honest, but they call it that because they used to walk the convicts underneath it, and it'd be a resting point for them before they go to the prison where they was going. But as you can see, we're going to be camping over there, a bit out that way, and this is the tunnel. As you can see, it's an old bridge. There used to be a railway across the top, and then at a later date they actually built another bridge across the top of that, probably because this one looks like it's about to fall down. So I'll take you for a quick tour before I set up camp. And then we'll talk about the connected hauntings. As you can see, look, it's really old. Bricks are held up by wrought iron. It's not far from a little village, village at the top of the hill up there. As you can see, it's quite high up at the top. Ooh, don't wheel over everything. Come on. Whew. So yeah, I'm out here all night on my own. So if anything, I'm going to set up some ghost hunting equipment and some still video cameras, and I'm going to leave them on all night. Probably about midnight-ish, early hours of morning, I'm actually going to come and have a walk round in the dark, see if we can do a spirit box session, you know. I'll tell you in a bit about the stories connected to this place and why it's supposedly so haunted. As you can see, it's a bit of a trek up. The idea was I was going to camp on the bridge, but in the aspect of safety, as you can see, there's nothing to stop you going over the edge of there, and it's about, what, I'm 6 foot, so 6, 18, it's about 30 or 40 foot that to the bottom. I won't fancy falling off it. And as you can see, look, here's the more modern bridge built over the top of it. There would have been a railway line across it originally. It's now disused because the town, I think it's Smythley or something, that's up over the top of the hill, used to be a mining town. So it's probably used to take the coal away. Some funny artwork up here. That's a bit creepy, that one. You can see that. location. We'll go up onto the top. See, some of the deaths that have happened up here are obviously people hanging themselves off this. You've got trees both sides, tie a rope around it, truck your sin off. I don't know how many people have hung themselves off it, but from it doesn't actually tell you in the, from what I've read, there's been a few. Come on. And this is the top of the other bridge. See, this would have been probably better for camping, but you've got the wind, the noise, plus it's on the middle of a footpath, and the ground, well, obviously it's hard, you know, it's not going to be very nice to camp on, set a tent up on, and then you've still got the aspect of a fairly big drop on both sides. I don't know if I'm right in saying this though, but in my belief, I think spiritual energy is caught in rocks, and you know, like a tape records on a magnetic strip. I think traumatic events can do the same thing in stone. You know, it's a similar. That's my thought on it anyway. And if anything's going to be happening spiritually, it will be underground, low to the ground, you know, under tunnels. I don't think the top of the bridge would be as active as the bottom. Come on, Bruce, this way. Oh, plus Bruce has just had a poo up there, so I don't fancy sleeping next to that. Hey, come on. You fucking. Hey, come on. Naughty puppy. Yeah, so as you can see, it's quite the steep trek down. It doesn't help that I fucked my back up on my hip anyway, so I've been suffering. I thought if I don't come and do it this weekend, I might not get another chance for a few weeks. And I've been planning it for a while now. Whew, sweat on. I've just hiked with about 40 kilogram of gear from the village. Right, so some of the other ghost stories, I'll read more in depth to you. I've got them saved on my phone. I'll read them more in depth to you in a bit. But one of the other stories connected with this bridge is when they were building it, basically the convicts were looked after by monks, and when this was being built there was a collapse and a monk was killed here. There is some other stories, but I don't know how connected to this they are. So yeah, tonight I set up some ghost hunting equipment here and on the bridge, and we'll leave that going all night, and we'll come out and check it later on, do some EVPs, see if we can get any responses. Alright, come on, Gondo. There was a big pile of rubbish here that I saw the other day, just like 2 bin bags full of rubbish that had been scattered all over, and I brought some bin bags because I was planning on picking it up. I thought, while I'm here, and farmer's been through since and ploughed the fuck out of it, so it saves me a job of fishing my back curtain. See, it's quite nice on this field. That's why I thought I'd camp here. You've got a protection from wind up here. There's some houses overlooking, but I don't really care about them. And you've got a nice grass field to chill out in. Whew. So I'm going to set tent up and all gear, all my camping gear out, and I'll be back with you. So I'm not going to bore you with all the tent putting up. I was going to do a time lapse, but I thought it's just a waste of time. So we'll do it like this. Gosh. And there you go. Tent's up. It's supposed to take 7 minutes to put it up. It did when I put it up in garden. It's just took me about 20 minutes. I don't know why. But yeah, I'll show you inside. The dog is staring at something. And he heard a big bang coming from up there where bridge is. The dog was just stood staring at something. And it's like whining. I can't see anything, but with there being a path along top of it, I'm wondering if somebody's just rode past or something. Inside you've got my sleeping bag, inflatable pillow, and then Bruce's sleeping bag. I've got one of these. Brilliant little bit of kit. Ready? Bottom. Put that one in. And that's it. Alright, so camp set up. I've dug a pit for the fire. You can see that. What I've done, I've cut round it, dug it out with a trowel, and I've put up grass that I've took out over there so I can, when I've done, I can leave no trace. It's nice just to chill out now, it's a lovely view. I'll show you a view. Dog log. Tunnel just over there. So yeah, let's see if it takes on a sinister turn later on at night. But at the moment it's nice and peaceful. Dog was actually sat over there staring at something up there earlier. Could just be wildlife, but he was a bit transfixed on it. He's never stopped out overnight, camped out overnight. So he's like, every time I get up he thinks we're going. So it's probably going to be harder for him than it is for me. I'll show you some kit I brought with me. Every time you camp out you need a decent knife for cutting meat and anything else. That's what I've got. Razor sharp with Japanese steel, good quality. Try not to stab me then. Yeah, I've collected a bit of wood, but you want wood that don't really smoke and something that burns nice and hot and clean. There's an old oak tree over there that's been struck by lightning, so I'm going to go and cut some bits off it. Brought two of these because I've never tried them. Brought this one. Should be nice and easy to use. Chop some nice pieces for fire. I also brought this one, which was cheaper, but it's very similar. So I'm going to give them both a, it's a bit bigger I think, that one. Yeah, it's slightly bigger blade. It's not quite as thick as that one. It is. This one looks better quality, but this one, it was cheap and it come with some free gloves, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. So yeah, I'm going to go down there and cut some limbs. So we've got a nice stack of firewood. and then what I'll do once it's burned down a bit, I'll put some onto the little grill, put some nice burnt charcoal, some nice burnt coals onto grill. I've got some big, nice big juicy steaks to go on it. I've even brought some for the dog. So folks, I need some firewood for tonight, so I'm going to chop some pieces off this tree and get some nice firewood for later. Got plenty of firewood. It's now 6:15. Whew. Done all hard work now. My back's fucking killing. Yeah, chopped all firewood, put all the tent up, and everything's set up. Obviously I've not set up any paranormal stuff yet. I'll do that later. And because it's sheltered from breeze here, it's really warm. So I'm going to go and sit up on the bridge and have a little sup of this. Oh, that breeze there is lovely. I wish I'd set tent up here now. The reason I wanted it sheltered from wind though is because at fire I don't want smoke blowing in my face all night. So I've tried to put it just round corner a bit out that way. Oh, that breeze is lovely. Oh, come on, Bruce. Ooh. Yeah, my back, I'm in like pain with it. It's all down my leg and in my back and in my fucking groin. But I'm hoping it's something like sciatica, and by exercising, by doing stuff like this, I'm hoping it'll ease it, because obviously I sit down all day driving. So, hey, get away from edge. Sit down all day. That's why I didn't want to camp up here, because look at that. Dog could just walk straight off there. I could walk straight off there, and it is a fucking long way down. It doesn't do it justice. Watch. It's far enough to break both your legs, if not kill you. Or break your back, or... Ooh. Whew. Howdy. Hey, as you can see, I'm on the bridge, on top of the bridge. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? You can see, look, it used to be a railway bridge and now it's just a track across the top of it. Might have a wander around and see what it's like further down. I've not walked down it, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about why this area is claimed to be so haunted and why I'm here, basically. So starts off from the Metholithic and Neolithic era, should I say. If you don't know what that means, it's basically, the Metholithic is the time when humans started using rudimentary tools like stone axes and things like that. To the time Neolithic is when humans started living together in settlements, building wooden huts and working together, obviously living in groups. So it's that time period. It's dated. Things have been dated back to then. There's believed to be a henge in Wombwell Wood. So people have seen many things in this area. The Wombwell Wood, this is classed as Wombwell. The wood is over there on the horizon. You probably might not have seen it. It basically surrounds all this area. So back in the day, this would have been obviously joined up to that. It's been cleared for farmland, but all this would have been forest. It's all classed as the same area. In the Wombwell Wood area, you've had people seeing a figure come out in the middle of the road, and the cars have gone straight through him. Looks like Guy Fawkes, apparently. People have seen balls of glowing light in the woods, and a lot of other creepy things. In 2009, a guy, his wife changed her Facebook status to I'm leaving my husband, and he bludgeoned her to death, and then came up to the Wombwell Wood, where he tried to kill himself in many different ways. I think his name was Phil. Might be Phil. He was an electrician. He tried to kill himself in different various ways, and then succeeded with the cordless drill. So I did a bit more research into that, because I imagined, you know, drilled his brains out or something, or through his eye or something horrific. It turned out he didn't actually do that. He drilled his legs, and the arteries in his leg and in his arms, and he bled to death. So from what I've read anyway. But that wasn't on this exact location. It was in the nearby woods. But this location that I am, this bridge, dates back to like the 1800s. They used to walk the convicts to the prison. They used to make them hike miles and miles to the prison. Well, this was a stopping off point where they'd rest before carrying on the journey to the prison. I'm wondering if this field where I'm camping now is the actual field that they would rest in, because it does look like a secure field. It's surrounded by woodland and a trench that might have, I think it might have a small stream in it. So they'd pass through underneath this tunnel and rest off before being walking the rest of the way to the prison. While this was being built back in the 1800s, a monk was killed while he was constructing it. I think the convicts was actually like guarded by the monks. Well, the monk was crushed to death by something falling on him while they were building it. They call him the Green Monk, and he's been seen round this bridge apparently. People have reported feelings of becoming unwell and passing out as well. Other stories relate to people hanging themselves off this bridge. As you can see, it would be easy to do. There's a lot of trees, there's no guardrail, it's a big drop. Tie some rope round there, chuck yourself off, you're done. Mediums have reported that their spirits include a terrier dog, a man and a woman also, spirits reportedly here. So yeah, there's a lot of history with this bridge, and people have reported it's very creepy and feelings of unwellness and other things. So it's probably one of the most haunted locations in in South Yorkshire as it goes, supposedly. We'll find that out later tonight. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you an update on the history of the place and some of the stories connected to this area. Phil Sinclair, I don't know if you ever watched him. He's a paranormal investigator. I can't say I really rate him myself. I don't really like watching any other ghost hunts because I just find him pretty boring. That's why I'm doing this, because I thought if something's going to happen, you got to do it. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to be on your own. You got to be here all night. You got to do it. You got to, you know. And we'll see, won't we? Don't be afraid. It's the living that you want to be afraid of, not the dead. So yeah, he reportedly had his ovulus said the name Daniel, which is me, and the word evil, and he said that it was mocking him and messing with his equipment and things like that. So hopefully we might get something happening. So we'll see you later, but for now I'm going to chill out. It's 6:45. Peace out. Whew. I just want to quickly add to that history as well. Other things that people have said is if you stand here at 12 midnight, you will feel a train pass through you. You'll hear it, you'll feel it. Whether that's true or not, we're going to find out tonight at 12 o'clock. So just thought I'd add that in there. Ooh. So as you can see, it's getting dark, and I'm going to need some hot coals for my steaks. So I'm going to light fire now, and that way it'll burn down enough to get some nice hot coals for barbecue. Military lighter, windproof. Not fucking about with flint. So I've lit my little campfire. I'm going to need some hot coals for the barbecue. Give it a chance to burn and then settle down a bit. Dug an hole. Put all the grass that I've dug out over there. So when I'm done, I'll bury it back over and put grass back on it, stamp it down, you'll not even know I've been here. Leave no trace, as they say. So yeah, I thought I'd give my inspiration a shout out. I've been watching Hayes Outdoors. He does wild camping all around the UK. Great guy, great videos. While I was looking for some beer to fetch, I found this IPA beer, Hazy Jane. So it's a bit of a tribute to Hayes. Thank you for the inspiration for doing these videos. And yeah. That's actually really nice. So I've just cooked some dinner, some steaks. Dog's on his bed, look. He's interested in something over there near the bridge, but might just be looking for home. Whew. Right people, got my bag of tricks and I'm off up onto the bridge to set them up. It's now 11:15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some equipment. So there you have it, folks. What I've done, I've set up phone recording, infrared and UV light, standard little floodlight. I put it on low so it don't get too much attention on so it lasts longer. Cue box. You can see, you can hear it. It will go off, and then a bell. Don't know where it's coming from, but there's music coming from over there somewhere. It's quite loud. It's been going off it's been playing all day, really loud. I don't know where it's coming from. There might be a factory or a warehouse or something there perhaps, but can't see anything. So we're going to have a... Let me turn these off. We're going to have a little play with this spirit box. See if we can get any responses. Bruce! Bruce! He's the look. He's fed up. Is there any spirits here with us tonight? Is there any spirits here who've got a message for us tonight? Can you tell me your name? Has anybody killed themselves off this bridge? Yes. Can you tell me your name? Any spirits here who want to talk to me? Yes. My name's Daniel. Can you tell me your name? Jesus. You got a message from me? Use this device to talk to me. Are there any spirits here? You can come and communicate with me with this device in my hand. Has anybody killed themselves on this bridge? Come and talk to me, I'm here all night. No. Why did you kill yourself? Can you say my name, Daniel? Have you got a message for me to give? Come and tell me your message. I want to help you. If the spirit's trapped here, tell me what I can do to help you. What have people done on this bridge? What have people done on this bridge? Has anybody died here? I'm going now. Is there anything else you want to say to me? Thank you for your time. Well, that were a lot of noise.
Well, as you can see from that, at the time, because of the background noise, I couldn't actually tell what was being said. But after reviewing it and going over and over it, listening to it on headphones, I've got some really good responses there. The funny thing is, one of the first voices that you hear, or two voices, the male and female, in the next section you'll see that the exact same voices give me very similar responses, which I thought was very strange. They're voices of a male and a female. The male sounds very Old English the way he speaks, very Yorkshire, and the female's voice is exactly the same. You'll see in the next section. So if you listen here just after I sigh, there's like a strange moan sound that I didn't hear at the time.
Bloody night. So yes, spirits, I'm gonna... Oh, triggered that because I went near it. As you can see how sensitive it is. So I'm going to leave them there all night, recording. If that bell starts ringing in the middle at night, I'm going to shit my pants. We'll move down under the bridge. Going on top of the bridge. Right, this way. You'll move down under the bridge and have another go at EVP, see if we can capture anything. Come on, this way. We'll try some EVPs anyway. Hello, are there any spirits here with me tonight? I'm not here to hurt you, I'm only here to talk to you. If you've got a message you'd like to share with anybody, for me to relay, or a message for me even, I'd appreciate you to come and talk to us. I know they used to walk convicts through this tunnel. Did any convicts die? I heard that a monk died in this tunnel. Are there any monk spirits here? Bloody bat. I'm going to get a device out of my pocket. It plays white noise. Sounds loud, but you can use it to communicate with me. You can manipulate it. If you're a spirit and you want to talk to me, a lot of noise coming from that though. Are there any spirits here that want to talk to me? Use this device. Say hello. Said no. Don't you want to talk to me? Tell me what your name is. Tell me your name. anybody died in here? How did he die? Can you say my name, Daniel? Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me where we are? Has anybody died in here? Has anybody committed suicide off this bridge? Hello? Can you ring the bell on the bridge for me?
So I found this interesting in these pictures. If you look at the arch of the bridge, it looks like two people's legs hanging down. I'm not sure if it's just pareidolia, but it definitely looks like two people's legs hanging from the bridge.
So folks, as you can see from that, I didn't do an ending. Basically got to about 4:30 and the dog, from about 2 o'clock onwards, the dog had started going insane. At one point he jumped up and he's growling and he's barking at corner at tent, and I let him out and he shot off and he's growling and barking at something, and it was like that from about 2 o'clock onwards. I've reviewed the footage from the still camera I left running. Unfortunately, I've not been able to upload it onto the device that I make the videos on because it's so long. So what I've done, I've used the GoPro to record it from that, just the pieces I need. You can clearly hear the dog barking on one of them, followed by some footsteps. Bear in mind this is 2 concrete bridges, thick, designed to carry a train. So whatever's walking about up there, you can clearly hear the footsteps. Is large. I was thinking perhaps maybe a deer, but it's far too loud to be a deer walking about, and it's too close, and the deer wouldn't even be able to get on that part of the bridge. So it's very strange anyway. You can also hear the bell ringing. Something flicks the bell by the sound of it. It's definitely the bell that you can hear. They've not pressed the bell, but it sounds like something's flicked the bell. So yeah, I put that in, the footage of that in. Like I said, it got to about 4:30, my back was in bits. The dog had kept me up all night going nuts, and by then I just had enough, so I packed up and went home. But yeah, there's some good evidence in there. There's some good EVPs. I've deciphered them best I can, listening to them with headphones on. So yeah, is it truth? Is it evidence of ghosts? Who knows? But we'll keep on searching. I'm not going to be happy till I come face to face with a full body apparition. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the whole experience, and we'll be doing it again later on this year. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.